Good morning. Welcome to a fresh week in Jasiri. We're sounding like this, not necessarily mean that, we're like this, but yeah, we key into that ginger, that energy. So we are hoping that you're ready for an exciting week starting today. Catch up Monday here on Jasiri. Our bougie co-host Tolu is taking a break this week, but no worries though, we got you. Myself, Lolo, and Blessings.
Yeah, Blessings with the B. Blessings got into the makeup room today and she was so tired.
Yes, guys.
And our tired actually started from my tired. Because I had a great weekend, but our Mondays usually are that you don't want to do everything, but you just wish you could just extend your weekend a little, little more.
If you were supposed to take one day off, like one day off during the week, what day would it be?
Monday.
No. I'll take Friday. So I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
This one. You know why she's taking Friday? She can groove.
She can groove.
Yes.
Friday to Sunday. But funny enough, I would pick a Monday.
A Monday.
Because I think people are lethargic when it comes to Mondays. You just... because Mondays, for you, Mondays are days of meetings. Everybody's meeting.
Yes.
But do you know that if you pick a Monday, it's just like carrying over that stress into Tuesday? Yeah, because you're going to move it to Tuesday, the meeting.
Yeah, but you'll be more relaxed, no?
Will you?
Yeah. Why would I be more relaxed?
Monday is stressful because it's after the weekend. So Tuesday is going to be stressful because it's after a long weekend.
For you now, Friday is less stressful because something you're looking forward to. Is that the way it will now work?
After Thursday, then there's Friday, there's Saturday, there's Sunday.
Blessings, forget it. You're not taking your any Friday.
Well, but there's so much to catch up on this weekend.
Yes.
This weekend was a very big weekend because it was the Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards.
10th edition.
The 10th edition.
Yep.
And it was... glitz and glitterati and the raz and the matas, everything was out. But honestly, I have to say kudos. I have to say big ups. I have to say well done to Nigerians, to Nigerian fashion designers. Yeah. Honestly, if you're not wearing Nigeria now, it's choice.
But there was a time where we couldn't have imagined going for events just in Nigerian fashion design. Everything has changed.
It's really up there.
At the EFCC is that it's almost as if people are inspired to wear things just to win maybe the best dressed, or maybe that's
my sisters, they don't even want to win anything. Some people that go there don't even have any business going there. They just want to show what is in their wardrobe. Like I'm scrolling and I'm asking myself, why are you here again? What are you supposed to be doing here? You're not hosting anything. You're not winning anything. You're not nominated for anything. You're not supporting anybody. You don't even know what the categories are.
A friend of mine said to me, I wanted to go. I had 2 invites, but I didn't have what to wear in my wardrobe. I'm like, Alero, you did not what?
You did not?
Don't let it be heard that you had an AMVCA ticket and you didn't have what to wear, because the invites were like searching for gold.
Honestly, I did have a plan B that I wanted to. I had a dress. But I just told myself that I was going to work harder because there's no point crying over spilled milk. I had no single film I was in that was nominated.
Don't worry, yet it's a yes.
I saw you. No. I have had previous years. I've had films at least that I'm in.
Yeah.
Even if it was even nominated, but this for the past couple of years, I haven't had like a big film that.
So for you, it has to be that you're involved in something to attend.
Well, do you want me to lie or say the truth? Because we're on national television. For me, actually, I would have gone if I had like somebody I was supporting, or like maybe a production, a film that I was supporting. There was none that was this close. It wasn't close. I wasn't even in it. Yeah, the year that, maybe I'm in it, or my friend has a film that is big and it was nominated. Yeah. I wasn't even close.
Which means that this English you're speaking, which means that if you're not involved in the production, Lolo, You just...
AMVCA cost a lot.
It does.
It cost a lot. I looked at
people
my
don't
dress
know.
alone.
Who says we don't? Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows.
It's
I made
obvious.
that dress and I know how
It is
much.
obvious, Catherine.
So is it that people...
Look at that Mama Africa representation you were giving us.
No,
Tell
wait.
me.
No, tell me how much it took you to get together.
That is not my
You had
salary
this
that you
pink,
use.
flowy,
Honestly,
a transformer dress.
Like-
It wasn't just a dress; it was a transformer dress. That means a dress you can
do you know
switch
that
up
that
and
that
switch
time
down.
she came in
Actually.
sitting here with that? We didn't
Yeah.
know she was using us to rehearse.
Oh,
It was rehearsal.
she knew what she was doing.
She
Blessings,
knew.
he didn't go there.
Ah.
No.
Do you know that I had the opportunity to be there? Someone asked me, "Do you want the ticket?" I'm like, "Why now?
No,
Why do you
I
want to do
could.
this to me?" I can believe when your friend says she doesn't have a dress, because having a dress is different from having an AMVCA dress.
AMVCA dress. I had even made like a dress ready. The only thing is, if I had planned, mentally,
Yeah.
I'd already zeroed it in my mind that I wasn't going to go.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
the designer would have taken that dress and, embellished it again
Yeah,
for AMVCA. But I looked at the cost of it, and I looked at my film in production. That
And you said
might
no.
probably earn me an AMVCA.
Yeah.
So is it not better I put all the money into the production?
And wait.
I'll be able to stand when they say, "Oh Lolo, how does it feel to be nominated?" I want to thank my Savior Jesus Christ. Last year I was at the beach watching everybody.
And then all of us will come on stage with you. All of us
yes.
just-
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's when I'll come.
Yeah. That's,
My
But you know the
like
bad
that
part
one
about this thing
is your friend that is
Yeah,
close.
actually.
If you have like a film, maybe it's Blessing's first film,
Oh, I like
and
the
she
sound
was
of
like
that.
getting like a nomination. I will go
Everybody, yeah.
because
But
I have someone to
seriously,
chair.
But seriously, do you think there are people, or there have been people who have climbed on stage when it's not been their film, and when they don't know the people, do they actually shoo them away, or they just...
Everybody just wants their time
Everybody just
in front of
pretend.
the camera, like, see me, I'm here.
And I
hear
feel
that.
like the worst thing that can happen to all those people that spend a lot on AMVCA dresses is not to be carried by blogs, not to be seen.
Yeah, no,
I
Blessing,
reclined
look
the
at
stage.
me.
I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought
what Let me not lie to you. There was a year I dressed up, I did everything, and I thought that no blog carried me. I was the one. The depression.
Oh, no.
The depression until somebody now showed me, one of my team members say, "Hey, yeah, Bella, like." And I went to carry. I was put in a group. But honestly, if you're not ready for these kinds of things, if you don't hold your heart strong,
Yeah.
you will get depressed.
Yeah.
Because if you cannot afford some of the get-ups that you want to be in, or you go all that trouble and you're not recognized at all.
Yeah. But I don't think it would bother me.
Hey, no, Catherine, you're in a different breed.
No, to be honest.
Your breed is evil breed. You stay wicked.
It's not about the pressure. I think for me, it's some people can, the pressure gets to some people, but for me, it's unnecessary. That's why you hardly find me things like movie.
Will you shut up? Are you an actor? Are you an actor?
Even if there was a, let's say TV presenters kind of thing, and then there's that unnecessary dress up.
Will you keep quiet? You that come to work slaying. There are some people that just say these things and you're wondering if it wasn't. Just let's see nomination for one broadcasters award. This girl will not even paint her teeth gold.
No, she...
That day 3 hours she will. Blessings.
Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll take a short break. This is Catch Up Monday on Jasiri. We'll return just after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. And now remember, we're streaming live on our social media platforms. We're at News Central TV. Please use the hashtag Jasiri to be part of the conversation. And that way, we know you're watching. So, last week, we welcomed the president back into the country here on Jasiri. If you know, you know. Because we know that when Daddy is back, he comes bearing gifts. So President Bola Tinubu has ordered the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to suspend the implementation of the controversial Cybersecurity Levy policy.
Thank you,
This
Daddy.
policy, which is announced on the 6th of May this year, would have required banks, mobile money operators, and payment service providers to implement a new cybersecurity levy. However, it was met with widespread disapproval from Nigerians, the Nigeria Labour Congress, and the Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprises, who argued that it would worsen the economic hardships on citizens, that's on Nigerians. And now, all I have to say is, can you believe they tried to enforce that tax levy on us? People ask questions, don't we already pay enough on... Listen, see these unclarified charges. This has nothing to do with English now. You see these charges from stamp duty to card maintenance, to
CTO,
there's so many.
Card maintenance, to account maintenance.
Listen.
But why are we excited though? He asked for the suspension. He didn't say that it was
scrapping.
It was scrapping.
Well,
he just said and he didn't even say we're suspending to look into it. Just suspend it. Let them complain.
So that is a master of
when
strategy.
They stop complaining, bring it back.
Or silently creep it in.
Yeah, I'm not excited. It's just suspension. So
is it
ready
that
for it because it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
Hey, no. But Nigerians, things are so hard. You know that when I went out this weekend, you will see even commonplace people, just everyday normal people complaining. What's up, Kuma to fi kini 419? Sorry, mama saw. That's cybersecurity. Yeah. The common man, they would still say things like that. And you'll be wondering that, what is wrong with us in this country?
Meanwhile,
is it that we just want things to go from worse to worse to worster? Because we need to have some kind of order. We need to coin a new word, to just describe the feeling.
What you're saying makes absolute sense. On the flip side, though, look at someone on my street. There was a baby party. What's his name? Emmanuel is 1, Emmanuel is 3 or something. And I was thinking, the noise, oh my God. The bedu, oh my God. So you ask yourself, there's not money, there's a lot of hardship, and yet people are finding time to throw parties.
But what do you want us to do? People have to keep living.
So yeah.
No, would you celebrate your child's birthdays or baby dedication?
That's one of the weapons that the government has in their arsenal, because they know that Nigerians find a way to adapt. All of these things, we'll complain about it once it starts, and
then we'll find
highest. You just like, if you're transferring money, send extra this one. They remove charges, and that's all. That's the last you would hear. They know that that's it.
So we just get used to it and just move on.
But the thing is, there's a level. Yes, Nigerians are too adaptable. I totally agree with you. Well, like chameleons, we just take the color of whatever hardship is hitting us at the time.
We act like we're going to, fight back, but at the end of the day, we just...
But the thing is, every time we keep saying this thing, I say there's a day that is coming, that all this recompense will come.
Do you think so?
It will come. There's so many times that life is like, for me, I don't think anything happens differently. It's just that different times have different occurrences. In every civilization, there's always a major shakedown. Maybe now they say we're in the 4th revolution, I'll be what they call. So we are going to see something major happen. That NSAS is testing microphone.
Yeah.
None of us saw it coming. None of us knew it would take the dimension it took.
Yeah.
That is how whatever would come would happen again.
Because we are
I'm telling you that there is a Messiah somewhere. In every revolution, there's always one Messiah figure. That is just one unknown soldier, unknown person that would come and just cause a change. That might be imminent if we continue on this path.
Yeah.
Do you know Gary is still more? Do you know Gary is almost more expensive than beans now?
Yes. Yes.
Gary.
Yep. It is.
Gary. That you used to give your children when you don't want to feed them real food.
My sister. Gary was the go-to
local cereal.
When all else fails.
Just like noodles.
Now I have to measure the
noodles is major.
They are different.
Noodles
is a Sunday food.
It has become, those times where maybe it's only on Easter. That you eat rice and stew those times. Now noodles has become, and then there's different levels of the noodles.
Yes, now.
It's not like the original noodles we're used to before. Now,
everybody's looking for different brands
and different stages of
Honestly, we need to do something, because it's so easy to talk about it and play about it. But the people on the streets, even we.
Yes.
Do you know, I repaired my car a lot last month, and I know the cost of parts. The cost, they'll keep telling you, is importation. Things are so expensive. The dollar is still high. It's still fluctuating. It's still this and this. And let me tell you, we ourselves as people, as businessmen, and people in those spaces, we're not good. Whether it goes up or down, Nigerians never reduce their price.
Yeah.
Once they've taken it to a level, they're going to stay there.
Yeah.
And you know, even if every other thing writes itself, you'd expect, at least the woman selling Gary, she's not importing it.
No.
But they will tell you that,
I think it's no news that we're all selfish and we are opportunists in this country.
Honestly.
But I'm going to say that it's actually applaudable, right? Saying that at least the cries of the people actually got to the gates of the government this time around. And it's commendable that, you know,
he got to the gates, even though he didn't enter.
Exactly the point. So it's commendable that he would even be considerate enough to say that, okay, fine, Nigerians are already battling, you know, economic hardship. So let's put a halt to this cybersecurity levy because, you know, there's a lot that we're dealing with. But I would really like to know, when is it coming back? Are we to brace up for it? Is it going to come back 10 times worse? If we're going to, you know, still have it in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month without sorting the economic crisis issue at hand, then just bring it
back. Let's just take it on and let's quickly adapt.
Exactly.
Let's adapt quickly.
Exactly. So yeah, it's commendable, but then again, there's so many questions, to be honest. Why are you doing that? What is this damage control? Is this people pleasing? You know,
at this time.
Know. But still talking about reforms, right? We have another story. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, has stopped dollar transactions at foreign embassies in Nigeria, mandating the use of Naira in their financial businesses. Now, the EFCC has also mandated Nigerian foreign missions domiciled abroad to accept Naira in their financial businesses. It's such a surprise that it was even happening before.
Do you understand?
That in Nigeria, they were trading in the foreign currency.
Listen, as you were telling the story, reading the story, first thing that came to my mind was that why now? I mean, why are we so retrogressive? We're crawling backwards.
The thing is that those are the kinds of things that really alarm you. You know, many a times we talked about all these housing clearing of. They were taking down houses that were demolitions. Thank you. I was looking for that word. And all of us were complaining that, yes, you cannot build legality on illegality. But the thing is, this thing has been on for so long. People have settled into it. They have gotten comfortable with it. These embassies we're just talking about now, this is not the first time that they've been transacting in dollars. And we have allowed it. So you know, there's so many things that we allow. But we just wake up one day and like, this policy has been there. Why are we not implementing it? Because things are so bad in the country. But we're giving a very bad, bad vibe to everyone. Because now they're like, okay, what's going to happen? We don't need their Naira. Their Naira is fluctuating, this and that, this and that. We need to make ourselves, prestigious. We need to have pride of self.
Yes.
As Nigerians, so that when you are coming to our country, you know you are coming with Naira. You know that we're going to transact in our country's currency. And when we don't want to travel, don't we change Naira to dollars?
We do.
Don't we change Naira to pounds? Don't we take people that go to China, don't they change it to the currencies in Dubai and all those other places?
Like we talk about buy the Naira, but except at the embassy, right? And again, I'm not going to say, I think in this case, the better late than never applies. And it's good because it's better that we're clamping down. And I'm seeing that, everybody's just trying to clamp down on anything, just clamp down on something. We can just come now. In Jasiri, no more wearing red, no more wearing yellow. Let's clamp down. It's a clamping down season. But it's good, right? But my own is, are we going to follow through with it? Is this just an era for the administration? Are we just clamping down on everything? Or are we going to follow through with it till the end, at least for the betterment of the country? I don't care how long it has been on. It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous to even think of the fact that, we're talking about promoting our currency, but in some aspects where we should be represented, we were not.
Yes.
These are part of I think these are part of the things that make that weaken our Naira.
Yes.
And now you are looking at other embassies as well, other countries. How do they handle foreign currency transactions in their embassies? How do they do that? One can argue that it's in the embassy that represents the country. So it's their country in the country that they're in. So you can't tell us what to do. You can't tell us. but there has to be rules and
But
regulations and
just like you say,
Yeah.
if there are rules and regulations for something, even if you're an embassy, you're representing your country in another country.
Exactly.
That means the country has rules. It has their rule of law. They have their own ways of doing things.
We have been
so we
lax
adapt
for too long.
Yeah, but
and
because
they have seen that lacuna.
Of course.
And then, you know, nobody's going to call you. Nobody's just going to sit
everybody
and
just say,
until
well,
your
this
day
is
break.
Nigeria.
And-
Just send some money to that place. That they will keep
Anything
quiet.
goes.
And anything goes. And we're still, you know, we just
Not be
still
see finish.
coasting.
Is that not see finish?
Is it finished now?
On our part. Just
Yeah.
and probably they won't even take us seriously. Just feel like, let's
No,
just
they're
say,
just gonna
how
think,
long
oh,
will
is
this-
there policy?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Give
But
them
is
a couple
there
of months
law?
or give them a couple of weeks. They're going to be
Is there
okay.
law? Is it enforceable? You just find out that their legal team will just look into our law and they'll
And
see a
they see
lacuna
that it
somewhere
is
they can
nothing,
slip through
yeah.
the
So you
cracks.
see, Meghan and Harry now, are they using Naira as they are in Lagos or in Nigeria?
If you
Have
ask
they changed?
me,
Exactly.
would they be doing anything with Naira? They have been blessed every left, right, and center. But at least I saw that they want to build some basketball court or something for
You need to see everybody.
somewhere in
yes, sir, yes, sir,
Abuja.
yes, sir.
Anyway, it's still fun.
older than me.
But still on the issue of the Naira, a few weeks ago, we heard that the Naira is currently the most performing currency in the world. Sadly, the Naira has been named again the worst performing currency in the world, according to a recent Bloomberg report. This is a reversal of its recent gains, and the currency is now experiencing a downturn. The report highlights that the Naira's depreciation is attributed to the scarcity of the US dollars in the local market.
If not that this report is a joke, you're a joker. Because how do we go from best to worst in few
No,
weeks?
guys,
There's
the Naira
a
cannot
joke somewhere
win.
there.
The Naira, any which way, the poor Naira. They
What made you
affected.
think we were best in the first place? We were on our own. You went to carry us and put in first position. Now you're saying, oh no, sorry, we made a mistake. You should have done your due diligence. You're joking.
Why? But they know that
joke.
we're celebratory people. Why we brought out the gong? You know, the bata dancers were on the road, you know, just trying to herald and celebrate the
I'm not
rise
sure
of the
anybody
Naira.
celebrated that because we know what the situation is. I'm not. It's just like you're telling us, oh, you guys are the first position. I'm like, wait, does he know?
Not aware.
Should we tell him?
Should we tell him?
There should be a documentary, The Naira's Fall from Grace. There really should be. The Naira has suffered. No, serious, guys. The Naira has... the Naira's recent gains have been erased. Now it's the worst
Totally.
performing. I don't understand. They go down now. I
go
don't.
down.
It's
It's
not
So why
really
is it so that
so-
people rejecting our currency in the country, in an embassy? And you're saying that well, if we're performing that well, they would have embraced the currency.
my God.
So now that EFCC is even banning the use of dollars in the economy and everything, how is this going to really help with the scarcity of dollars in the market? We heard that, you know, the scarcity of US dollars in the local market.
Yeah.
That's part of the things that are giving us, you know,
Yeah.
issues. But now that they have even banned the use of dollars in
EFCC
so
now.
many places, how are we going to get dollar inflow?
You know,
If you ask,
you know, if you when you speak about EFCC, I think now lines are merging, offices, functions are merging, because the kind of talk that would stem on the streets would be, what's it concern EFCC with dollar?
Dollar now.
You understand? Like the EFCC, you know, that Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. You're thinking, but when you think of the dollar now, and you think think of EFCC being involved, can the EFCC make it work? As in, can the EFCC turn this around if you're banning the use of dollars in the economy? I don't know, me personally, I don't know how EFCC can single-handedly, because it now seems that the bulk of the work is on them. How can they turn this around to make the Naira more appealing and more sexy?
let's not also forget that
Yeah.
the decline in the currency that they just told us, although we already knew, is going to put pressure now on the CBN.
Yes.
To raise interest rates.
Yeah.
And again, it boils back down to the citizens. So this thing that they're
It's
saying
a
about
ripple effect.
suspends,
The Naira-
cyber, what, we're still receiving blows from every angle. And possibly maybe they even know what's coming. Maybe they know
Exactly,
that it's
they're
going to
just
get
trying
worse.
to
And
cushion
they're
it,
like, yeah,
cushion
because
us.
now it's going to affect the citizens.
No, the impact on the economy would definitely be felt because we're looking at it. I need to say that there are a lot of small businesses that are really thriving and they're contributing their own quota to the GDP. But now that it's so hard for them to transact businesses, I know many people that do drop shipping, all these things that they need to transact in dollars, and the fluctuating nature of it makes price unstable.
Yes.
Remember the man that went to buy doors, and he went to bring truck.
Yeah.
By the time he got there, the guy says, sorry, I'm not selling
that
again.
price. And let's not
because
forget,
things have, dollars changed again or something.
Just now, we're talking about the opportunistic, if that's the word, nature of Nigerians. So again, some people are gearing up like, all right, it's coming.
We're ready.
Raise the price.
Because some people are just looking for that window. I remember during COVID, when businesses were shutting down, other businesses were
springing up.
Because people were just looking for that window, where to enter, where to just go in for a quick kill. And that was it. And then the people who were folding up in terms of business would be asking themselves, what is it that they're blind to? What are they not seeing? How can they not be able to take advantage of this? But sometimes it's not yours, it's not yours.
I look at our country and I'm wondering, why are all our economic gurus, you know, this is the time that you need to get all these think tanks to the table, strategize and see how do we get ourselves out of this rut. Because this is, you know, this is a decline. And a decline is like a rabbit hole. It goes so down that before we know it, we're like some countries that will be using 1 million naira to buy pure water.
Let's not call them.
I don't know if people know this, but over the years, analysts have spoken, economists have spoken, experts have spoken. Just recently, the president put together a panel or a group of experts, financial experts that are supposed to advise financially. But it feels like they put you in a position, then clip your wings, because that's what it's looking like. I don't want to believe that all these financial experts would not have at least one solution that will bring Nigeria out of
bless you, you're spitting today. Is it because you are sitting on
no, it's spiritual. It's spiritual. When it ceases to make sense to us, it becomes spiritual. Guys,
honestly, it's just hard. And we know we've been talking all this finance. Just imagine our first 3 stories is just on the Naira. And the gbasgbos that Naira.
I say, oh dear Naira, you can't win now, can you? In any case, we'll go on a quick break right now. When we return, Catch Up Monday continues right here on Jasiri. Stay tuned. Jasiri will be back. All right, welcome back. And now remember, we're streaming live on our social media platforms. We're at News Central TV. Why am I the one that gets to see it? So please use the hashtag Jasiri to be part of the conversation. That way we'll know you're watching. Let's move on to the next story. Okay, let me tell you what the next story is, and then the ladies can weigh in on it. The Speaker of the Niger State House of Assembly, Abdullahi Bawa, has announced plans to marry off 100 female orphans whose parents were killed by bandits. This initiative is part of his constituency project aimed at supporting vulnerable children in his constituency, according to him. So this is the best way to solve this issue, is to marry them off to who? 100 female orphans.
Honestly. So since that announcement was made, there was a bit of damage control that came into it, because I think one of the speakers now came and was defending that, no, these girls are actually, they have suitors, right? They have people down to marry them. That, in fact, he's going to sponsor the wedding of 100 of them because they've wanted to marry for a long time, but, you know, they've not had the means to. But this clearly states marry off.
Yes.
You know, I'm so
How
appalled.
old are these girls?
It's not even about how old. It's the way it made them feel like they're chattel. Like this is cattle. Like this is goats and ram that you can just head off in a direction.
The only
and why
solution...
women? What can they say? They'll be marrying the men for...
What happens to empowering women with handiwork? Getting them into school?
How does marriage empower them?
I was going to say, the money you would spend in organizing this
wedding. Why can't you use to buy grinding machine?
Can't you invest?
Buy stuff that they can use, hairdressing equipment. So how does marrying, I want to know, how does marrying them off empower them? Maybe I don't know. Is it that their husbands are so rich? If the government is the one sponsoring the wedding, so that means the suitors are not even capable of taking care of the women they are fostering on them.
As in, for me,
so now you're saying, what kind of future are we even? How do we even see the girl child?
I would also really love to hear from the parents, because they're saying that some of them are orphans, but some of them still have maybe single parents or parents generally that cannot afford. I really want to hear from the parents, because I would not be surprised if some of the parents are actually in full support.
Of course.
Yes. Right. If you cannot train your children, you do not have the financial capacity to do so, ask the government. That money they want to use, like she said, let them send the girls to school. Why marry off? Why?
You see, mine is just marrying off is so final, and for me, the alacrity with which they arrived there. Let's just marry the girls off.
These are even things that should never even get to the media.
So when you marry these children off, like Lolo says, maybe the spouses to be are not financially to look after them. So the government's organized.
And is the government, after the wedding, the government will still keep keeping their families?
I do not even think
the 100 families.
I do not think they're not financially capable. I feel like maybe the government is just doing this as their own gift to them, because it literally looks like situation of dashing them off to people that seemingly can cater for them.
Are you serious?
And then at the end of the day, you see that these girls become slaves in the house.
Yeah. Or when they abuse them, because if I bought you like a chair or a furniture, or I was just gifted to you were just gifted to me, I would never treat you well.
Yeah, and then those who have single
and now
parents,
you've heard of some foreign, some people in the north, from the northern extraction. This happens to them a lot, and I don't know why. I've even seen young girls that killed their husbands. It was in the news like last year, because they don't know what they are doing there. Now you want to give them to them because you think they can cater for them. Have you asked these girls? What do you want?
No, they don't think the girls have a right to say anything. They've lost.
They have no they are orphans, so their mouths died with their parents.
And don't forget, this is the North operates under a different umbrella of values, tenets, everything. So it's not how we see things.
I wonder how Sharia, there's sometimes they hide behind this Sharia law. And I know that the law cannot be that based. It might have some pockets of bad little places. Maybe it's subject to evil interpretations, because how can they just set up rules that is meant to hurt women, especially? Make them like slaves and chattels and cattle.
They don't.
And how does that suffice?
Catherine said, the fact that this is even making it to the news,
it's so painful.
The audacity. Yes, it has become so normal. I'm sure that this is not even the first time that's happening. For them to be able to put it on the news and make it seem like they're doing something good for the girls and their families. Oh my God, they can't afford to live a good life, so let's just dash them out to some men that can cater for them. It's just so appalling that they are putting these things out for us to read, because somehow they feel like there's nothing they can do. Because if you feel
we are trying our best. Initiative. Honestly, it just makes me think that who comprises of this government? How are they thinking? Are there no women in their cabinet? If there are women in government with them, how can a woman support them just to say, let's marry them off to affluent men? And that means these girls are probably not first wives. They are just addition to the family.
Of course.
Didn't you see they came out to defend?
Married slaves. It's in
bad taste. I understand.
Honestly,
this is a very disturbing story. However, they try to twist it.
Wait,
it is
don't
disturbing.
let's go to this story.
No, we need to. We don't have time.
I know. I want us to do our giveaway first before this story, because this story is going to really dampen.
Are you sure? Okay. Okay,
carry on.
I'm thinking so.
No, Lola is in the mood to be happy and mommy Christmassy.
Honestly, before we go to this final story, we have a special giveaway for you all. We should have taken this giveaway at the very beginning of the show, but all of you can still do what? You can still win on the show. I know a lot of you have been our followers. You've been following Jasiri, and you love what we do on the show. I don't like the way the girls are just like, okay, Lola did this. We have giveaways for our winners today. And we have, please, everybody, can you grab your packages? Grab your packages.
Oh, there was...
Yes, I know every
Why were you
woman,
the first to bring yours up?
Because I'm excited about it.
You just like happy
yes.
Whatever.
These gorgeous lush packages is up for grabs. It's for you all. Ooh. I see so many hair stuff. Honestly, there's so many hair stuff in here. And every woman knows how expensive it is to get hair products in the market at this time. So the only thing you need to do to qualify to win this lush package on Instagram, follow News Central TV. Yes, and also follow Lush. Either on Instagram or Twitter. Drop a comment. Yes. How did we open the show today? And why do you love Jasiri? Go on our comment section, tag News Central, tag Lush, tell us why you love Jasiri. Yes, if you do that, you qualify.
Your writing skills are going to be in test now.
Yeah.
Please don't override. Just
please, our fans, me. What are our minions, Catherine? Our supporters, my supporters, and Tolu's bougie crowd.
Crowd.
Name this
to lose
bougie crowd. Pillar. The crowd of the peculiars. So we have this offer grabs. All you have to do is follow Lush on Instagram, IG, or X, anywhere. Tell us why you love watching Jasiri. And we will give you this beautiful Lush product. It's so exciting to have giveaway on the show.
Can Blessing stop, please? Can we now move
more
on?
exciting
I think Lolo
than
just
the future winners.
Lolo likes happy stories, happy endings.
No, I do.
Lolo, your movie, is it a happy story? Because Lolo is a sucker for
funny enough, though, for my movies, I never do happy endings.
Why?
I never do happy endings.
So that's a part of you we don't
Even
do.
Prophecy is not a happy ending. My new one is not a happy ending.
I think she's just so used to dreaming about happy endings that she wants to do something different.
So if you want your hair lush, please do the needful. Do the needful. All right, now that we have done that, please.
Okay, I'm just going to say, while you drew over this package, let's not forget that we still have a show, Lola.
Yeah.
This package is not for you. It's
Oh.
for the winners. I
thought this was they gave us is for us.
Yeah, no, but like you're too excited, like you're the one winning
I
it.
understand.
All right, guys, we're still talking about disturbing stories, and I saw this story over the weekend, and I want to say gobsmacked.
No, I'm so happy you're the one taking it because it's so...
Honestly, like the exciting part for me was I didn't see from the start. Maybe I'd have been more angry because I only saw, when, let me not let the cat out of the bag yet. Yeah. But a boy father, I like that they say boy father because men don't behave that way. No. In Edo State, by the name Musa Sulaiman has been arrested by the police for posting inappropriate pictures and videos of his 4-year-old daughter, Sarah Suleiman, on social media. Now, the videos, which have been widely condemned, showed the young girl in sexually suggestive positions and clothing. And to top it all, this guy, when he saw the backlash, came back and said that he doesn't know why people are criticizing, that this girl is she's aspiring to be a model, and that's why she looks like that. My God. My God.
They are
the modern call. Mama, what do you say to you?
When you say boy father,
this is...
I commended the police. I commended them that I want to say thank you so much, the Inspector General of Police of Edo State. Yes. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart because this is what social media is good for. Yeah. When I saw the pictures, I was so unhappy. I was so distressed.
And
how can people...
The child is 4 years old.
4 years old.
Knows nothing. Can you be a monster to do this to your own child? Because I know sometimes when parents of a child are not together, sometimes they take anger. Different parents, sometimes the mother, sometimes the father, take out their anger on the child. Could this be one of those moments? That's why I said, where's the mother? Okay,
I don't think this has to do with anger. You see, when people tell you that I don't want children, don't force them.
Don't force them.
Because to be honest, not everybody is designed to be fathers or mothers.
Did you see the obscene things they put that girl in?
Has an object for content.
What is?
As a child.
Yes, they are using them for adult content. Did you not see his child among other men? He was there and another guy was there. And you scantily clad your child in tongues.
Yes.
A child of 4.
He was trying to justify his
How is
actions.
that modeling?
I don't know if you guys know the
post.
story, but this reminded me of a story that happened just a few months back. So there's this pair of guys, two guys that, everything for content these days. So I think they thought they were comedians, right?
Yeah.
So they started doing content, it wasn't going viral. And then one day, I think their neighbor, because the story was that the neighbor, a young lady, has a child, a daughter, and then they took the daughter and made a content, this short skit, right? So the skit was about one of the guys was eyeing, this girl is like 4 or 5, eyeing her, and one day he just took her inside. And so the skit was that he slept with her. And then people literally bombarded their comment section with, what is wrong with you? Why would you do this for
in
a
their
child?
minds, they're blown.
And they still came out to defend it. Like, they didn't show him doing anything to her. It was just a skit. He just took her inside and they were like, and the question was, where is the mother? And the girl came out, the mother came out and said, it's just a skit. I'm like, I lost it.
No, it's education.
So the mother,
they probably have given out maybe some money that they're using a child for film. You know how?
Didn't she see the content?
She says
she might not even understand what they are doing.
Okay, let's see the boy father's post justifying his actions, because I don't know how he could exploit his own daughter. Why would?
Okay, so there was a question that says, so the response is, why would y'all introduce official Sarah IG to her helper, then report? Okay, I think it's saying, why would you not introduce her to her helper rather than reporting her? One Nigeria, we can't do comedy because no helper. This is what we can do. A model, help promote for, oh my God.
I do understand. What does that mean? Don't report anymore. Think about this if you're in our shoe. Come a long way, please. Supporting this, thank you all. She will be happy when she grows up to know many people in the world love her. That is my plan for her as father, the account manager.
No, you know that this person has no education. He said he's not in the right. Man. He needs psychiatry.
So this one says, why is your child naked on the internet? I'm writing a petition to the Ministry of Women and Child Affairs, Edo State. This is nonsense. And he goes, sir, good morning. Please don't do this to us. We're coming up to the internet like others. Do help us, please. I know you can do that. I'm begging in whatever you believe. Everybody like better things for life. This is our own. Please help us. The way he even writes
you would know that this boy, they're just looking for money.
Yeah.
They don't know that there are so many predators outside. Remember, there is this girl abroad. I had her name in my head for years, Mary Bene or something. She participated in this child pageant.
Yeah.
She was abducted. She was killed. You know this children pageant they do? I'm sure that they put hair on the child, they put makeup, they made them wear beautiful clothes. This child was abducted and killed.
Look, a lot of parents, and I think that parents
they should take this child away from this
I think that parents need to have open minds, because even parents that do not do these things intentionally. I remember there's a South African lady whose daughter, if you see that girl, South Africans, she's a bit chubby, and then she has a beautiful shape. She's 1 year old, and then she would always post the girl, just post her with beautiful fashion content and stuff like that. And people were like, don't post this girl anymore. Like they
can target that. This girl was targeted to the story. I'll probably get the name.
And that's just one in a million.
In a million.
In a million others. Yes. Some we don't even hear about. This thing, you might think that, it's just 3 women here getting emotional over. It's not that deep. Guys, it's that deep.
It's that deep.
Look at the kind of example you're setting for your child. This is, for me, I hope he gets the maximum.
I even hope that child is taken away from them.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if the mother is interviewing and she says, but he wasn't.
Is that daddy? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We also get that. No. Bottom line, Blessing said something. When someone says, or when a man usually says, I don't want kids, it's not a play, it's not a mistake. Somebody says, I don't want kids, you get why. Don't force or foist children on people who are not ready to be parents. Capable. You imagine exposing that 4-year-old to that, and I'm happy a lot of reactions on social media, they came for him. They really came for him.
I really
We're going to report you left, right, and center. And you come with your half English and you're saying, please, don't do this. I'm looking for helper.
What helper? Honestly, we need to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's sickening, to be honest.
It's so hard.
The fact that they would do this is one thing. The fact that they will come outside and defend it, it just means that they are sick. I think that people need to have mental checks before they're giving children. We need to prioritize custody of children. If the mother and the father are not okay, then give someone else to train that child.
Yeah.
I was going to say Lolo that likes good news. I wanted her to good news us out of the show.
Anyway, that's all we can catch up on today. Remember, we have an amazing giveaway for all our viewers today. These gorgeous Lush packages are up for grabs, and all you have to do is to win is to follow Lush on Instagram, follow our News Central on Instagram and Twitter, and drop a comment on the first snippet of today's episode, and it will be posted on Instagram telling us why you deserve to win this Lush hair goodies. So please join us tomorrow by 10 a.m. to see us bring you all the trending, thought-provoking, and hot conversations on television. For me and the ladies, it's
Bye.
goodbye.